Hunting season is upon us, and I want to give you a simple prep that you can carry along on your rifle as you head out into the woods. Let's get into it. Every year, thousands of hunters go into the woods to stalk and shoot that beautiful animal, whether for trophy, sport, or for putting meat in the freezer, which is what I like to do. And I recently read a few articles about hunters going into the woods and getting lost and turned around. And that it is not uncommon that each year a hunter will go into the woods and he'll actually take his pack off, put it down somewhere, and get kind of tunnel visioned, honing in on an animal and stalk it into a ravine or over a ridge. And before they know it, they're lost without their packs, without all of the gear necessary to survive in the woods, with nothing but their rifle. And in the article, it stated that they've even found hunters free from their pack, and in a panic they'll shed their jacket and they'll shed something else looking for a way out, and then they'll perish. They'll die out in the woods because they couldn't sustain the night out in the wilderness. And so me and my brain thought of a fix for that for myself, and I wanted to show it to you using my deer rifle that I take out in the woods all the time. And it has to do with this. So let me show this to you. So what this sucker is it's actually a really cheap stock accessory that I got on Amazon. You can get them for like 15 bucks. For everything we're going to talk about today, I'm going to put a link in the description below. But I put it on here specifically because I wanted to be able to carry cartridges in the field with me. A buddy of mine has one, and so I decided I was going to test it out. It's got this cheek rest. The cheek rest is usually for if you've got a higher scope, but I just kind of kick it off to the side, and it got me thinking, I wonder if I can fit stuff in this cheek rest. So I'm going to take this thing apart now and show you everything I put in here so that when I go out in the woods, if I do something like put my pack down or go out on a day hike and all I've got is a teeny pack, I will be able to, bare minimum, try to spend a night in the woods. I'm going to tear this apart and show you what I've got inside here. So first things first, I carry some extra rounds with me. This does add a little bit of weight to the rifle, but quite honestly, with what else is in here, it's worth it to me in case I'm stuck in the woods. You can go check out our podcast, Reasonably Prepared Podcast, because I've got a whole story on there going out with a hunting buddy, and we actually broke down in the woods and had to hike our way out. So a lot of these preps have all come in useful. But let me take this off here and show you what I've got. All right, so this sucker's pretty cool. It had just a sponge in here for a cheek rest, and I kind of kick it off to the side, and it makes it super comfortable when I go to shoot. But it's Velcroed, and when I open it, let me show it to you here. It had this sponge. I don't have it. It literally just had a wrapped up sponge as a pad in there, and I removed that, and I put guts in here, and I want to show you what I put in. And for me, these are just kind of the minimal survival tools you're going to want just in case if you ever find yourself in the woods stuck and lost, even if just for one night. This should help me out for one night with a few things. So number one, I have a knife in here. This is a Bucklight super light pocket knife. I put that in there. I always have a knife in my pocket. I mean, I always do, but if for some reason it fell out or I didn't have it and on my pack, I at least have a knife to do some whittling, to do some cutting, to do whatever it is I need. You always have a knife. It's the number one best tool you could ever have. But then, what else I've got in here? I have a packet of stuff wrapped in 550 Paracord. I like bright colored Paracord because you can see it. And what's cool about this, I measured out, it's about 20 feet of Paracord that I was able to fit in here. And if I need to, I could always break this down into the individual strands that are in there as well. But I'm going to unroll it and then show you what else I've got in here. Another thing I like having, I carry a few in my packs, is a good handkerchief. It is super good in an emergency. I can wear it as a scarf, as a sun protector. In an emergency, it could act as a tourniquet. You can look up, there's so many different things you can do with a scarf, but I make sure I've got a scarf in there as well. And then wrapped in the scarf are going to be some way to start a fire. Shelter, knife for building, handkerchief, and a way to start a fire. So this is Blackbeard Firestarter. That'll be in the link below. This stuff is incredibly awesome. And a compact ferrocium rod, ferro rod. And that's going to be right here. And then here's the striker. So I don't particularly love this one. I mean, you know, it's not one I would want to use all the time. It's cumbersome. It's slightly cumbersome to use, but it comes in a really awesome, tiny little package and will create spark to light this Blackbeard fire starting tinder. So I always want to make sure I've got a way to start a fire, a way to try to build some shelter, and this is going to get me there if I'm ever lost in the woods and I need to get out. Now, another couple things I put in here are going to be some gauze in case I get some cuts or scrapes. I've got bandages, just, you know, Band-Aids, butterfly bandages, the knuckle style bandages in case I get just a small cut or wound, and then alcohol prep pads to do some cleaning. I can clean wounds or other things with that. And so, I mean, that is about it. It's all I was able to fit in there. And so I put this together with literally stuff I already had lying around the house. So I didn't actually even have to go out and buy extra stuff. But if you wanted to buy any of this, put this on your rifle. I'll put all the links in the description below, all the affiliate links. So that way you can kind of build your own. And this is one of those things that I just kind of did on a whim a number of years ago, and it has proved to be quite useful. And I have peace of mind that if I'm ever lost in the woods or I get turned around and I don't have anybody there, that I at least am upping my chances of survival. I'm making my situation better with just what I'm carrying on my person. My rifle, my extra cartridges, a way to start a fire, a way to process anything, to cut up rope, cut up trees and wood, and, you know, small twigs and things like that. A handkerchief in case of an emergency, or I could soak some water in it, try to filter some debris out of some water if I needed to. You know, actually, I was thinking about trying to put some water purification tablets in here. What do you guys think? What else should I try to fit in here? You know, it's a little bit of give and take. I might take a little bit of rope out to put something else. What else could I try to fit in here? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to do that. But I hope this is just a help to you. I'll give you another idea as you enter into the woods to put meat in the freezer for your family. Be mindful. Be mindful of where you are. Always remember to always alert somebody. Let them know where you're going to be hunting. Take a map and understand those things. But if you're ever stuck and caught in a position where you get that tunnel vision, you hike in there and all you've got is your rifle, I'd say it behooves you to put one of these on your rifle and check it out. See if you like it there, and you're able to carry some extra things to up your chances of survival. So I just want to say thank you to all who've watched. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, give us a thumbs up. It sure helps the channel, and we're just super grateful for everyone who watches. And remember, just because you're prepared does not mean you're paranoid. Have a great day.